Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So this week, by the way, my name is Cyril. I run a plant Instagram page called Cyril's Hibernated, and if you're not following me on Instagram, you might want to follow to see more planty content. And while you're here on this YouTube video, you might as well want to subscribe and like this video and comment so that it gets shared to more of your planty friends, and I would really appreciate your your support for this kind of content. So every now and then I do feature small businesses, and this week's Small Business Sunday feature goes to a wonderful company that I've been personally using since 2018, I believe, when I first came across them, and that is no other than WallyGro. Boop. So WallyGro, what appealed to me is their design. Someone who prioritizes aesthetics. Of course, the first impression is how the products work. When I hear WallyGro, I automatically remember their living wall planters, and I've had several colors, and I have a few styles or designs through the years. Actually, the one behind me is one of their products, and what I'll be showing you later on, I'll probably have to move here so that I could insert overlays, is their living wall planters, or their Wally Echo. So today, actually, I just want to talk to you briefly about their two new colors, and the first one is, can anybody guess? Of course, this is a mustard yellow color. So these are the usual shapes and sizes of their Wally planters. What I like about them is they're very sleek and they could really fit. I've personally tried 6 and up to even 8 to 10 inches. I believe would still fit inside this planter. This is how they come. Usually you could order them in packs of 4, or if you plan to build a bigger living wall situation, you could also combine colors. I have them in white, I've had them in mint, they're cherry brick red color, and these are the new ones that they have, the forest green and mustard yellow, and there are several new colors that are part of the collection. So let's first talk about the features. So I like the design. First of all, half of the front has actual holes to allow aeration on the soil or whatever medium you want to use with these planters. You actually get this is the hook that hooks up in the back that snaps in place. Of course, it comes with a screw, like a drywall screw thingy, and the actual screw. Actually, in my current wall shingle situation, I just realized that I could just screw it directly towards the wall shingle. So this is how you put it there, and then if you want to pre-drill your hole and then insert this protector, and then just screw everything in place, and actually it'll hold it up. Now this cover in the back, you could flip it because it'll serve as your water reservoir. So if you have the plant or your actual soil in here, the water reservoir will allow the water to be slowly distributed whenever your plant is thirsty. What personally worked for me as a renter, and this is very important because I know a lot of you are also renting just like me, we can't put in holes, and I'll show you a video of how I've always done my WallyGro planters. Believe it or not, they were just secured by push pins on wall shingles, and that probably helped because they're wall shingles and not like the very smooth wall surfaces. And they've held up for over 3 years actually. I never planted on them directly because of that fear that what if they fall, but you know what, they never fell, so that fear is non-existent. But not planting on the planters allowed me to switch up the plants and see how the plants react to that usually dark wall. And you know, when you want to put some pop of foliage or maybe just change up, because everything trails super fast when they're in that place. plants grow super fast, and like what I've said, they just trail in no time. So what I used to do was like, there were 2 layers of planters. Once they trail super long, I would move the other one on the top part and keep the not so long ones. That's also to prevent my cats from enjoying all those trailing plants. Now, the forest green one I love because it's kind of moody, and you can just imagine this popping on a white crisp wall. Just green to mimic the foliage of your plants, and it'll be seamless. I personally still love the white. They have the cream, and I also like the mint green if you want a little subtle pop without, you know, compromising your aesthetics. The variety in colors, they also have them in terracotta, which is so flexible in my opinion, because now that the design trend is all about, you know, warm tones, earthy tones, we've seen those type of colors and color palettes stay for the past few years, and I think that they're not going away. We've always been towards that direction when it comes design-wise, at least. Another thing that I love is that because of the color choices, you could mix and match them. So if you're following a very specific aesthetic in your home, you could always like mix and match. Or if you want to be, you know, towards this Scandinavian feature, you could always stick to the white. And people always ask me like how I water them. So like what I've mentioned earlier, I just put the plants inside. I use these as actual containers and not the actual planters because I like to switch them up every now and then. But now, come to think of it, you know, every planter has the same fixture, and you could actually just switch them up by changing the planter itself. And I didn't really think of that before, but you know, it worked back then. And all these planters could be used both indoors and outdoors, and they're actually made of recycled milk jugs. So they're very sturdy, very light, and I'm telling you, they would last. I think the only time that they fell was from my hands, I guess, while I was installing them, and they held up. Unlike the rest of the more more structured plastic planters, these could really like hold up, and the quality is just impressive. And it's so easy to install. Even someone who's not very handy like me could install them, and they haven't really leaked. And right now, there is a new thing that I found purpose for these planters. Because their bottoms are straight, you could actually put them in surfaces. And I did use my white planters to cover up the existing nursery pots that my trailing plants are in. I will be showing you a video, and it just blew my mind that, you know, I don't really have to hang them. They also work on their own as like planters sitting up on a sad corner or a sad edge on or an awkward wall rather, and they serve that purpose as well. So yeah, and because of the same flexibility that I've been telling you guys, I've kept my planters since 2018, and they're not seasonal. I mean, I would change my seasonal decor, change my aesthetics. I'll be including some clips in here, but they've learned to adapt. Anyways, my major aesthetic at home has always been like the planty jungle aesthetic, and that just changes a little bit according to the season. But I do really love that flexibility that these planters offer. So yes, if you like these types of contents, again, go and subscribe to the channel. Also check out WallyGro. They are on Instagram, and they do have a lot of instructional videos. I've seen a lot of instructional videos about the loop, which is another type of self-watering planter, and my Ophioglosum fern just loves that planter. I mean, I'm never gonna move that. I'll probably insert a clip later here somewhere, just so you guys could see it up close and how I have my plant there. And again, thank you for watching this video, and that's our review with the WallyGro Planters.